We're going to start by kind of chanting as loud as we can. It's going to be awkward at first since there's few of us, but then we're going to try to get really loud so at least they know we're out here and they're aware.
On April 6th, a group of students protested outside the office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. They call their movement, "Will We Be Next?" and they demand action to protect students from gun violence at school.
End gun violence! No more silence! End gun violence!
Today we are participating in a die-in at OSPI, and we have presented a list of demands to the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction, asking that they protect students in schools. We demand that the OSPI put pressure on the state legislature to enact change. One of the major demands is, as we were preparing for this, it was really hard to find OSPI's position on how to combat gun violence in schools. We also found that some of the only gun violence related content that they were putting out were the same kind of thoughts and prayers messages. So we're demanding that they overhaul that and provide us with real information. We demand an end to simple thoughts and prayers as a response to gun violence in schools.
What do we want?
Safety!
In our schools? Safety!
The protest was small, and sometimes it was a bit awkward. It's an experience many activists are all too familiar with. But the young students pressed on. They made the point that the superintendent isn't doing enough, or much of anything, to prevent gun violence.
About a year after Sandy Hook, a man with a sawed-off shotgun tried to enter Griffin School in Olympia, and he was apprehended at the door by two off-duty police officers who happened to be driving by. Both my father and my younger sister were in the school at the time and were so close to becoming another statistic.
After the protest, they walked inside and handed their list of demands to the front desk.
In the wake of the Parkland, Florida shooting, I noticed I was a little bit desensitized to the school shootings that were happening in our country, which is a major red flag for me. Both my parents work in schools. I have a younger sister who's a freshman in high school, and so immediately I wanted to take action in order to prevent these things from happening further. So the Will We Be Next campaign started as a social media campaign, holding up a sign, "Will blank be next," and inserting the name of your school or the name of a family member. And then now we've assembled a task force, and we're evaluating policy options, what would be the most effective regardless of partisanship, as well as demonstrations like these.
This movement doesn't claim to have all the answers, but they know that it's time to take action. This is Gabe Shelton-Jenck with Democracy in Action.